Hey you guys, I already got a dip in. I was making a video, and the reason I only got a dip in is because I was making a video, and it just stopped out of nowhere because I ran out of storage camera. So we're gonna start from the bottom again. Today I'm talking about my first dipping experience, and my first dipping experience, I was at my neighbor's house because I hang out with my neighbor a lot. And I was over at his house, and we was working. I was like 11 or 12, and we was working on his four-wheeler, and he was 19 at the time, I think. And he dipped. Like, I thought that was so cool. I don't know why, but he dipped, and I always asked him for one, which I never did before that, and he would never give me one because he was like, "You're gonna be sick." And I was like, "Well, all right." Well, one day we was working on his four-wheeler, and we got it done, and he was like, "Well, since you helped me all this time with this, then I'll give you the rest of this can of dip." So it was Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut, and I thought, man, I dip now, but I still ain't put one in yet. So I put one in for maybe like 2 minutes. And the one I put in, it was my first dip. I mean, it was way too big for my first dip. It was like, let me try to get, it's probably like that. That's my first dip. And if you guys dip, you should know that's pretty big for your first dip. I don't know how to pack it in my lip with my tongue or anything, so I just I always see my stepdad dipped, and he put it up front, so I put it up front. And I got sick. I was buzzing my head off. I had to go outside, and it's wintertime at the time, so it was cold. And I went outside and sat down and threw up for 10 minutes straight. I mean, it was, I was like, I'm never going to do this again. The next day we was up there playing pool, and I put another one in, and it took me like literally 6 times of dipping before I could really do it without getting a bad buzz. Like, I still got a little buzz, but it don't just make me sick or anything. So, yeah, like, I was getting to where I could dip, and I always like it. My dad didn't know at the time, and I had these little flashcard boxes to hold flashcards in for school, and I could fit 2 cans of dip in it. So I'd hide that under my bed. I'd hide under my bed, and I'd go from there. Like, my dad didn't know, and one night when I put dip in after my dad went to bed, I left a spit bottle and a can of dip on my nightstand. The next morning, my dad woke up to wake me up for school, and he seen that. And I didn't get in trouble or nothing, but he took it away, and he asked me if I had any more cans, which I lied to him and said no, which I still had one more can. And my cousin Tyler, that lives up the road too, he dipped, which he's old enough to dip too. He was like 19, 20 maybe. And he came in the house one day and put a dip in, and he looked over at me because he didn't know Dad didn't know I dipped. And he was like, "You want one?" And I just looked at him, and Dad looked at me, and he was like, "Well, go ahead. I know you do it." And then after that, like the next day, my dad told me to come to the living room, and I sat down and talked to him. And he said, "I know you dip, and I can't stop you from doing it because you're with Cody or Tyler all the time, and I know they dip, and I can't stop you if you're gonna do it. Just don't do it in the house, and don't do it around me. Well, after that, I did around him some, but I always put it in the back so he couldn't see it. And one day I walked in the house, and I just went in to use the bathroom, and I was leaving. I was walking in, and he said something. I had to talk to him, but I had to spit really bad. And he's like, "What you got in your mouth?" And I was like, "Dip." Which I had a mouthful of spit. I was like, "Darp." I mean, I couldn't talk real well. And he was like, "Okay." And we was going to a cookout that night. And that night, I had a can of Grizzly Wintergreen pouches. And I was dipping like crazy at that cookout. And he seen me put it in. He didn't care. I mean, I don't know why, because I was doing it around him, but he didn't really care. And ever since then, I've been able to dip around him. Just he don't like me doing it in the house because he's afraid I'm gonna spill it. But I got a mud jug, so I can't really spill it. Yeah. But that was basically the whole story of how I got into dipping and my first dipping experience. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.